And we are back with more Elden Ring. Last time we left off, we were in the Weeping Peninsula, I believe. We have gone into the castle at the southernmost tip. We fought a boss down there, but we were supposed to deliver a letter to the captain of the guard, which that was from his daughter that we came across on the road. But when we actually looked back at her from, like, having checked out the castle, because we couldn't find the person, she's already been killed. You know, not too shocking given NPCs in these games, but that still leaves the potential option of, or not potential option. So there was a comment, basically, in the previous video, that, I'm still deceased, she's dead, that it sounds like there is an unexplored part of the castle that we haven't gotten to yet. And there was one part we did want to check out last time, too, so... Alright, I think it was from behind the castle, because there was a rampart we could never get to, but I did spy it, and that was on the to-do list, so... Let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's tackle that first. Wait, I say tackle first, but I just realized, Can we not get back up easily? Ooh, oh boy, okay. That's a revelation. I thought there was like a ladder, something we could just get back up there to. Alright, we're gonna have to do this the hard way. I'm trying to think if we opened up any shortcut, but I don't think we did. Anything in here? Okay, that is not a pressure plate. Alright, and we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Alright, let's go ahead, recall the elevator. I say hard way because we're going to have to run past a large group of creatures here. Though, I think maybe it won't be as bad as I fear. Maybe. I do wish there was a slightly easier way to sneak across the courtyard. Like, maybe since we took down the main guy, maybe this group of enemies has not respawned? Nope, okay, no such luck, fair enough. Alright. When in doubt, run it out. Just gotta keep running. Okay, stamina now officially starting to drain. Alright, stamina back. Go, go, go. Alright, cool. Like I thought, not as bad as it could have been. But alright, let's get back up here. Dang it. Dang it. That could have gone a bit easier in terms of wanting to get a critical hit in, but... Okay, so that kind of trigger. Hmm. There we go. Alright, we got no one behind us. Good. Alright, we have Poisonous Mist equipped. Good. Dang it. Less good. Alright, now the question is, will the mist do its job, or will they be left alive a tiny bit here? There we go. see him with his dagger out. Alright, Q. We've only used up 2 flasks. And there we are. There's that rampart I was eyeing previously. Yep, alright. Oh, there is a ladder here. But... I guess we should take the safe way here. Alright. Descend. It's a shame we can't interact with stuff while crouched, but I get why. Alright, just in case any of these folk are on our side here. Alright, good. Okay, Golden Ruin. I guess that works. Alright, they're not gonna be friends. I had hoped. There we go. If only they'd realize that we're all on the same team here. Okay, so that's an exit drop-off. Go up here. Captain of the Guard? Captain of the Guard, hey!
There's a face I've not seen before. I'm Edgar, warden of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself. But you can see how things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act. Foul creatures, as it said. And true enough, they're foul inside and out. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but whatever you come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Morne won't hold much longer. Take this, by way of apology.
Okay, sacrificial twig. Deliver Irenia's letter.
I see. From Irina. Thank you. I'm in your debt, but I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morne does not fall into the wrong hands.
Is the sword of Morne the one that we got from the boss last time? No, that was the grafted blade greatsword.
I'm in your debt for keeping the sword from those fallen creatures. I'm no longer bound by duty. Once I've rescued Irina, I will spend my remaining days with her.
Oh, FromSoft Games, knowing he's gonna find her dead body.
Thanks to you, I will be reunited with Irina and devote my remaining days to her. Irina has a gentle nature, though. I only hope it remains intact.
Oof.
Thanks to you, and devote my remaining...
Alright, repeat dialogue. But okay, so in theory then, if we teleport back over, he should be probably at her corpse, I would assume. Like, it should be where he's, you know, headed next, as it were. Now the question is, will the revelation drive him to madness, or... well, I guess, and/or generosity. Like, will he give us a gift, being like, nothing matters anymore, take this legendary blade, or nothing matters anymore, rawr, lash out the world, and we take him down, and then boom. That said, it sounded like he said that we protected the blade, so I guess the blade was over... down there? I don't think it would be the grafted sword that we just got. But alright, let's go back to the Bridge of Sacrifice. Going to assume he's over here, and if he's not, we'll rest once to try and, like, see if that doesn't prompt anything. Oh, yep, he's here.
Rena, how could this be? My daughter deserved better. The fault lies with me. I chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered. I'll find them. The foul wretches responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them. Rest assured, Arena, it will be done.
Just don't kill my blacksmith, please. He's a good guy.
I'll find them. The foul, I'll hunt them, rest assured.
Alright, so we've sent him on a quest of vengeance. Yep, alright, just third time's the charm. That's kind of being like maybe now updated dialogue. But alright, we're not done on this peninsula though. We still have a minor urge tree. We have what I can only assume will be an Everjail, which looks like it connects to these ramparts here. We have this weird lake swamp. Probably something here. I still don't know what these like little fire symbols are, but there was that one up over here that we never basically found out about. Them covering this up here makes you wonder if island. It's also the fact that the map includes this part. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I thought originally when they mentioned the river that it would be like a river here and a river here for underground, but maybe it actually does spread like all the way out here. Okay, okay. Yeah, so we got quite a few things to check here, and it looks like there is a town and or ruins about here. Alright. First step should probably be, let's try to access the Everjail here. Which... I mean, it's upward on these tall cliffs, but the question now is, how do we get up on these tall cliffs? I mean, the fact that that structure is, like, knocked over probably implies that we kind of go up these and then around. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Alright, maybe I'm doing a bad mistake here. Okay. Although I am reminded seeing these... Ooh, what do we have here? Tyrannus Lily. I am reminded seeing these ruins and being near the one painter spot. My soul's living friend did mention... I guess somewhere in the Weeping Peninsula is the second photo that we have's place? Okay, which should be this. Wait, As I adjust my reading glasses here. I mean... Ah, boy, where would that be? I guess it would be looking at... Oh, okay. Don't want to fall off a cliff. Oh yeah, that... Wait. That should be looking towards... Yeah, so it should be somewhere around here, I would assume. Because we know basically that waterfall well, because we got up close and personal with it. And then there's basically Stormville Castle in the distance. Okay. Alright, let's continue trying to get up top of these. Sadly, we're further away than closer. And this should be okay. It took some damage, but could have been worse. Okay, Rainbow Stone. What do we have here? Okay, it's one of these things again, which last time we followed one of these ghosts. Wait. Okay, so it's not like the other one where we stab those running things. Don't know where it's walking, but hopefully this time around, this one leads to something better than the previous one did. Alright. Seaside Cove. Not exactly where we're headed, but, you know, neat things are neat. And maybe this will go underground? Alright, well, that goes to some grace. Whoop, well, no runes for us. And okay, similar to the last one, they don't really like leave any treasure behind. Either where we stab their location. The Earthbore Cave. Okay. Lost Grace discovered. I guess we can rest here, see if there's any maiden dialogue. Nope. I am a bit curious about basically our current Ashes of War. We have basically the magical blade on this, but I wonder... Switch on views here. Yeah, this basically form an arch of magical glint blades overhead. Because I do wonder about maybe, like, we could, in theory, swap out the bow and arrow by having basically one of our blades have a projectile spell kind of built into it. And that way we can have, like, either an actual sorcerer's staff or a third weapon. Or, yeah, a third weapon. A third weapon in the overall 6, potentially getting 2 back, because we got 1 back from the torch being gone now. Okay. Golden Val. Oh yeah, where was that, Okay. We don't have that, like, big shot thing they have. Because at some point we got a, like, shot Ashes of War that I don't think we ever checked out. Alright. Glintstone Pebble, skill that employs a Glintstone Sorcerer, the same name, which is the basic projectile, followed with a strong attack to chain this skill into a lunging thrust, performed while the armament is still imbued with the Glintstone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that actually might be better than the Carrying Greatsword. Maybe. Did I... Let's double check in here. Okay, so I did allow this to become a magical Misericorde. So we'll keep that alignment. I do keep wondering about swapping this out for something at some point. No shot there. Would shot be not for shield? Here are mighty shot. I was curious about this one. Archery skill performed from an oblique stance, right to the bow. And pull the bowstring to limit its to its limit to enhance the power of the shot. Okay, so that would still require ammo then. Okay, so it's not like a magical arrow, because that's what I was mainly wondering about there. Yeah, in terms of other weapons, I'm kind of eyeing. Like, I kind of want to swap out the halberd for the pike. But I do also potentially want claws, castus, or whip. Which... And let's see here. Which would I have on the left hand? I mean, I guess something that's like dual-handed might be the way. So I'm also curious about whip. I guess we don't have strike damage right now. Oh, the whip is strike though as well. Okay. Let's just have that. See what that's like. I am amused at how much like Dark Souls 2 it is in terms of like... Still not like a super long range. But the animation's still like... I mean, animating whips is hard, but yeah, that looks like you can tell they kind of like cover up a few things here. Okay. If we were to two-hand it... Oh, nope. Wait, how do I two-hand? There we go. Hmm. I think fisticuffs might be more fun. Oh, wrong one. I mean, it's definitely not bad. It's like there's crossbow, there are other things. We could try to go like double dagger. Oh yeah, that's Rajiev's rapier. The Shamshari, or Shamshir. Let's see, what Ashes of War do the fists have? What could they do that's really cool? Actually, can even do a back critical hit, I wonder, with these. There's War Stomp, Determination, also Golden Vow. I kind of like the whole, like, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Alright, time to math here. 90 plus 15, 105. Yeah, given that these things drop by like 9 to 13. And at most is plus 5 more. Standard is still probably the better way to go. But alright. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, and now think about it. Oh boy, how do I use what items again? Alright, there we go. Lantern. I had the feeling. Whoa, hello. Ah, rats. Oh, rats. There we go. Big one down. Phew. Alright, definitely stepped in that tiny bit, but that's fine. Cave moss. One downside of the lantern, it is shorter range. And now think about it. Actually, where is that? Okay. Because this one has that cool, side ability of being able to kind of like breathe fire. Golden rune. I debate on using a flask or not. Huh. I kind of imagine that the correct path would have been lower, but where is this leading me towards? Oh, okay, back up above. Alright, no mimic. Boo, pickle turtleneck. I say boo. What is... stamina recovery speed. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but... I'd prefer if it was like a minor health over time or something like that. But health is always at a premium in these games, so... I get it. I get them not giving it to us. Okay, we're not going to be able to get some critical hits off here, so... Let's try... I'm a bit disappointed it didn't try to come at us. Okay, Kukuri. Glowstone. Pretty effective FP use on the Flame Breath. That's gonna collapse, isn't it? Oh, no, okay. guess down again we go. Okay, silver firefly. Yeah, alright. I'd like to stop being on the defensive here. Okay. Didn't quite work out there. That's fine. Assuming that thing we saw before was a stake of Marika. Honestly, I probably could have had it had I gone a bit more on the offensive. Oh, boo. I didn't expect us to go all the way back here. But relatively fine. Alright, we're just gonna keep running. I know, famous last words and all. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Okay, and then kill. All right, now that we know that it's a trap, you can't just like be quiet. All right, Oleg, it's our time to shine. Oh yeah, need. Ouch. Need FP. Ouch. Drink. Thank you, Oleg. There, spilled Drake Talisman. Oh, it has a bear on it rather than a Drake. Boosts magical damage negation. The Ancient Dragons? Wait, but that's not a dragon on there, is it? The Ancient Dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erd Tree. Yeah, okay. As such, the shape of the dragon has become symbolic. Huh. Depicting a blue ancient dragon. Don't know if I quite see it. But, alright, I mean, fair enough. Okay, Trinus Lily. Anything else down here? Nope. Alright. Back above ground we go. Turned entrance. I do wonder about keeping the torch or not, though. Going kind of back and forth. So, adjusting my posture here a bit. Starting to slowly slouch all the way down. Alright. Now that we are done that extremely side path here, let's go... Ooh. Okay, I did not consider us actually having rested. So let's use this here real quick. I'm also a bit curious. Okay, so the torches can't have any of the Ash of War applied to them. Oh, no. This one can, for the no scale. But our current torch basically has the Flame Breath, which I guess is fine for right now. And I just keep wondering. And it really feels like we need basically to have our quote-unquote third weapon, or halberd. Like, we need a boss weapon in the rotation, but none of the boss weapons we've gotten so far have really appealed too much to me or are usable right away. Like, the dragon head we got from Godric is pretty cool, but it's going to be some time before we can actually use that, though. Alright. Summon out our mighty steed torrent here. Huh, we saw some of the beastmen roaming around here at nighttime, but I guess they don't spawn here during the day. And okay, so that's across... Yeah, that's to the actual other lands. So, okay, let's continue our quest to try and scale this cliffside here, so we can pass to the other cliffside. Anything good up here? Not looking like it. Alright, grab some rune fragment. Why is this tree... Whoa, whoa. Oh, okay, there's a ballista over that way. Okay, good to know. Alright, there we go. That's where we're going to go. Alright. We are back on track. I'm assuming we got those runes from... Oh, the ballista's on this island. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, the plants. Okay. Forest Lookout Tower. Anything good up here? Free loot, free treasure. At the very least, we can take down the ballista guy so we don't end up being on the receiving end of that. There we are. There's some treasure. Alright, not a mimic. Ooh. And a spot of grace over there. Oh, and a hand ballista. Is that a crossbow, then? No, it's a... It's called a ballista, but our crossbow is called ballistas, I wonder. Oh, they're crossbow, okay. Hand ballista. An unconventional ballistic device modeled on a weapon used to besiege castles, only capable of firing great bolts. Perfect for reckless acts such as storming a castle or facing an entire army alone. Skill, kick. Oof, weighs 10. Okay, definitely not exactly lightweight, but still not too bad. We need to go after that grace now. I figure just as there was something up above, there might be something down below. So let's see. Alright, bottom of the tower. Okay. Gotta be a bit careful not to ride too quickly and then ride off. There we go. Golden Rune 1. Okay. Where was that grace that we saw? There it is. Alright, let's tap that real quick here. And since we're just tapping it, shouldn't respawn anybody. Yeah, we shouldn't respawn anybody, so should all be good. Go, go. And because no one has respawned, we can then run back towards this way without fear of being shot by the ballista. We still need to cross over and gain access to that Everjail. And in the back of my head, I'm still... What is that figure up there? Can't tell if that's a bird or actually like a soldier. But yeah, still debating the whole question about additional weapons. I mean, more weapons will come in time. Hey, another one of these creepy statues. Wasn't able to do something with one of these guys, if I recall. Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. I mean, alright. Roots are in the ground, good to know. I mean, it does mean that something's around here. Strange. Ooh, stone sword key. Nice. Oh. Okay, so definitely a little undead area down there. But let us not get distracted from our main goal up here, which is... There it is. There's our thing in the distance. Although it looks like it's inside a tower. So maybe it's not a jail, but a... Okay. Void Warlocky type people? Whoa. Okay. More folks using, like, the gravity type spells. Oleg, let's do this. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There we go. Help buy Oleg some breathing space here. Dang, I was really hoping that we'd get something good. I wonder if there'll be a talisman that we get that eventually gets MP on critical hit too. I mean, FP. Ouch. Very strange. It's such a unique site. We're not getting any like unique drops here. It does make me... Oh, but there's some grace over here. Alright, lost grace discovered, which makes me suspect all the more that maybe this isn't an Everjail. Because normally Everjails are not near sites of grace. Okay, I didn't even put together that I was a wolf pack leader. Iridia's Rise. The only thing I can compare this with in my head... Ooh, examine. Seek 3 wise beasts. Okay, so assumedly beasts we can talk to. And not that wolf that we just killed. Because, otherwise, egg on our face. Okay, I didn't imagine that. Was that one of the wise beasts? Like, do we get a progress meter? I mean, it looks like it's been lessened, so maybe. Because I would imagine that any of the, like, creatures for this puzzle will be nearby. Starlight Shard. It's not too shocking since We've gotten those from other similar shaped objects. I guess there's birds, maybe like bird, wolf, turtle? I'm just trying to keep an eye out for anything suspicious, like a gust of wind for an invisible bird. Oh. Alright, I should just stomp that with a horse. Alright, golden rune. Yeah, I'm like trying to keep an eye out for anything super suspicious. And I kind of want to try and get in there, but no! Don't jump me off the cliff, Torrent. I just think I see an item in there, which would imply that this tower is enterable. The last time we tried to climb one of these, it wasn't so. Also, man, do I remember how to, could have sworn there's a way to do a jumping dismount from, Torrent. Try and get some more air time here. Okay. I think what this calls for is, technically we should have gotten a Torrent tutorial item way back when. Alright, combat art, summoning pools, multiplayer, great runes. Come on, Torrent. Okay, here we are, horseback riding. Okay. No, that's spirits. Here we are. Oh no, that's the whirly tornado things. Can we not read more about this? I mean, maybe we try to use the whistle in mid-air? Nope. Alright. Maybe I just totally imagined it. Oh, though actually, if we try to hit down there, should be not too lethal. But alright, let's try not to get too far away from this puzzle here. But yeah, I mean, with all the wolves about, though, I feel like one of the creatures is either a wolf we've yet to kill, or a wolf that we will kill. It would be invisible, though, right? Or I guess I'm comparing it just my mind to the turtle. Although, in hindsight, maybe what I do is I need to... Aha, okay. Hello. No, still seek 3 wise beasts. I do just wonder, like, are they all turtles? Or is that turtle the turtle that we killed who... Oh. There we go. The seal on the rise opened. Okay. So wise beast meant turtle. I believe I should probably turn on a light here. Okay. Alright, we got basically a ladder. Nothing down here. I'm going to guess either a magic or a relic. I don't feel like this is going to result in a weapon. I guess maybe an NPC, like some sort of turtle man. Alright, go up the tower. Alright, not a trap. Ooh, memory stone. Nice. More magic. Way better than having an achievement stat you have to dump points into. That is probably one of my most favorite things going into Elden Ring from the previous games. Just how to get more spell slots. Yeah, there we are. Alright, not shabby. I like that. Although kind of all the more reason to at least have enough magic and faith to use, like, various spells of your choice. Okay, so that doesn't update from having solved the puzzle. Okay. Now we saw stuff down below, but we also know that there's this potentially undead dungeon over this way. So let's go ahead and clear that out. Grab these berries along the way, just because I can. Actually, wait, in hindsight. Item crafting. Weren't some of these berries for HP recovery items? Or maybe I'm imagining things. They were for something very basic. Something very early on. Okay, row of fruit. Oh, okay. Temporarily boost. Okay. Huh. Oh, four-toed foul-foot basically is only from hunting birds. Okay. Because I was thinking, there are probably some enemies that we do want to make sure that we actually use item discovery on if we want to kind of, like, do a brief pseudo-farm for their armor, like those guys back in the swamp. Although, killing multiple of them in a row, probably not the easiest. Okay, that was an Erdtree flower. Alright, bugs, but I'm assuming that there will be a dungeon here, so no need to really focus on them. There we go. There's a running dismount. Okay, so it's one running, but you can't do it midair. Okay. Impaler's Catacombs. I'm assuming we'll get more death root from exploring down here. Alright, here we can probably use some grace. Do I want to keep the torch equipped, or... No, that's heavy load if we try to have the crossbow bolt. Yeah, feels like none of the weapons are any better or worse than the torch right now, so... Whoop. There you are. Okay, I'm assuming boss door, similar to the old Bloodborne chalice things. Yep. Yep, locked by some contraption, so find the lever. It is funny to see the chalice dungeons repurposed in this manner, but obviously way better in my opinion. Oh, those chalice dungeons. How much they added to our overall recording length for Bloodborne. There we go. I say, did that one throw a flame barrel at us? There we go. Alright, I think we aggroed all the ones in this room. Take the Grave Glovewort. Actually, in hindsight, I don't think there's going to be any Deathroot here, because previously, dungeons where we got Deathroot from, our, like, priest eye thing would, like, quiver when we entered them. Yeah, man. Alright. Grave Glovewort 2. Really feels like we should be able to open this coffin, but alas. Okay, no lever that way, which means only path forward is here. Look to the left, look to the right, and run away because everything's starting to rumble. Okay. Oh, crap. Alright. Not secret wall. Hmm. Get that boosted up again. That is just death if we were to drop down, right? Well, I guess basically we can find out via our friendly, convenient rainbow stone. Alright, no, not death, alright. I was about to say, like, if it was death, then I would really have no idea where to go next. Okay, good. I was a bit concerned that maybe, similar to trying to squish us above, that it would potentially try to squish us below too, but it did not, so good, good. Okay. Those are zombies, I think. There we go. Prattling Pate, please help. Alright, I'm getting the vibe that they're going to keep on respawning. Alright, Grave Glovewort, Root Resin, the Living Dead have risen from their unrest. What else do we got down here? Yep. Ooh. More. Grab that Grave Glovewort while we can. Makes me wonder if there was more down there or not, but if there was, it wasn't obvious. Alright, here we go. Here's that lever we were looking for. Alright, no guys from above. Okay, somewhere heavy door's open, so boss door is now open. Whoop! Ouch. Really gonna be like that? Alright, Grave Glovewort 2. Okay, where do we come out from here? Alright, excellent. I don't think we have enough to level up. But we still have plenty of flasks and everything. It should be okay just to go and meet the boss, I think. What we're gonna do... Turn on sword. Drink. Traverse. Ring a bell. Only a single cat? We can do this. Alright. Let's not get too cocky here. Guess these smaller ones were not a factor in the previous fight we did. Boom! Oh, it's dead. There we are. Demi-human ashes. Okay. Now, we've encountered a few things that are considered demi-human here, but summon 5 demi-human spirits. Okay, it looks like the monkey dudes, but not the big dudes we just fought, nor the gargoyles. Yeah. Ashes remain in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirits of 5 demihumans. Spirits of demihumans that are small in stature, but have a violent, brutish disposition. Though they seem somewhat intelligent, when night falls, their blood boils and they become feral. Oh, okay, so they got like a bit of a nocturnal cycle. Okay, we definitely have enough to level up now. So, return to entrance. Shame we didn't get any death root, but I was about to say, it's like, treasure's treasure, but I'm like, wait a minute. The only thing we got in there was ashes, and it's hard to beat our good buddy Oleg. I was going to say Igor, but Igor is not his name. Okay, let's go ahead. Level up. Ho 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 ho. Okay, we are very, very close to being able to level up, but not quite yet. Though, let's also attach a spell here. Okay, Nade Int if we want to do Rancor Call. Huh, I could have sworn that we had one God Killer spell we could do, but I guess not. Poison Armaments might not be too bad for not having to rely only on the mist. Damage negation, not bad. Healing wouldn't be bad either for, like, when we're in a pinch. But that's a small amount. We need basically the regular heal, which... Okay, as I say, we still can't use that one, nor the dragon one. Oh yeah, we need 12 arcane. But also this takes like 20 FP. I can't remember, that's like per second or whatever. Carrion Slicer, Glintstone Arc. Dang, really wish basically we had this one, but just need more faith. Yeah, we'll do the Poison Armament for right now. And then actually what we're going to do is we're just going to go outside, kill some of these bugs here real quick. Since that should get us enough to, like, just get to the level up. Alright, Great Dragonfly Head. Alright, come on, Dragonfly. Oh, the bugs. There we go. Oh, they only give 8 per? Okay, screw that. That is going to take way too long to get the requisite amount we need to level up. Since they're going to go right back to the level up thing. Oh, hey! The little black hole they used to summon their dude is gone. Alright, we'll just take down this camp here again real quick. Ouch. Watching him zoom across the battlefield. Oleg is an inspiration to us all. Whew. Okay, that's enough to level up now. Oh, Gravity Stone chunk. Uses FP to cause a gravitational explosion. Shard of rock found in the wake of a meteor strike. It is imbued with a particular weighty magic. Throw at enemies using FP to cause a gravitational explosion. The desperate ones who scavenge for these shards dub themselves Star Callers. Okay, between that and the Fallen Runes, there's no way we don't have like a sky dungeon somewhere in this game. Or if there isn't, I will be very surprised. Actually, now think about it. There is the Site of Grace just over this way we can use for leveling up. Jump off. Alright. Now we level up. Boom. Like I said, current goal is to get all these to 20, and then we'll rest on that for quite some time as we start dumping stuff into most likely Faith, and or Strength, Dex, and or Int, depending on what is needed. But the goal is to try and lean more on Faith than others. Okay. I guess I'll have the magic dagger at the ready. Sure. Grab some of these rune fragments. Okay, we saw Huh, I thought we saw, like... Yeah, there we go. Oh, and potential merchant. Alright, cool. Now, if I recall correctly, we are supposed to be able to fall on these gravestones safely? If I am remembering my past video comments correctly? Which is always a bit of a gamble, but... Oh, okay. Good. Alright. Looks like we are safe. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, we've already gotten this grace. Alright, cool. So we've already seen this merchant. Now then, what I'm curious about, though, is... Yeah, there we go. Great turtle shell. Interesting. And warming stone. It is a shield, I was wondering. Shield fashioned from a great turtle shell. The natural curve helps it contend with foes' attacks. The turtle is a symbol of tirelessness, and the shield boosts stamina recovery speed. Skill, barricade shield. Skill made famous by Sir Nineheart. Focus your energy into the shield, temporarily hardening it to deflect greater blows. Dang, it doesn't have full defense, physical recovery, or physical coverage. 94, again, I'm assuming percent. If the 100 ones are doing all physical damage negation. 5.5. How much is our current shield? 3.5. Okay, so turtle shell is still heavier. It doesn't guard as much, but I assume it probably guards more versatilely. Like, has better, you know, magic damage negation. Okay, let's try to land. There we go. Back in the whirlwind. I would like to try and get up above on there, because it looked like there might have been stuff up there too. But... yeah, it's like a pretty far fall from... Okay, not too bad. Okay, we got bats in the distance. Alright, so we've discovered this. Next up, we should probably check out the weird green lake. And I'll go this way to check out whatever that is. I would assume it's probably maybe a demi-human encampment. You know, this is very much like the cat who got up to a tall place, but now I'm just like, I don't know how to easily get back down. It's fine. Alright. Let's go ahead basically and home back in on our beacon here. While keeping an eye out for any additional goodies. Okay, we got sheep. Hoop. Potential new ash skill. Or... aha, I know these guys. Alright. Ooh, poison mist. Alright, not too shabby. I mean, I think our current one is better, but it's always nice to have basically a spell in the form of an Ash of War. I really do like that. Okay, here we are. A lake. Screaming crucifixes. Oh, okay, this is poison. Can I not backstab? Ouch. Alright, I think basically use this to avoid the poison. Alright, poison bloom. Aha, okay, I thought it was slime, but I couldn't quite fully tell. Don't mind me screaming things. Okay, gold rune 4. Don't see any treasure, but I'm curious about that, like, little gas event kind of popping off. Let's not fall from the highest peak, since I don't think we'd be able to get away unscathed. Okay, nothing here. Giant poison crab? Or is it just a normal crab? Come on, giant crab. Don't drag the zombies into this. Go. Right, honestly, I think it's a regular crab. I really thought it would be something special since it kind of came out of the poison. Nope, crab eggs, okay. Ah, ah, ah! Can I really not crit hit? Oh, I can. Alright, get back up, you very slow-moving sir. I just want full health. I guess close enough. Okay, so it was true to form from the overmap, basically. It looked like it was poisonous, and it ended up being so. I have the feeling I've already gotten this, but maybe not. Oh, nope. Golden seed, excellent. Come on, let me check the map. Oh, I'm still in combat, that's why. I wanted to check basically where to go next here. The Deathbird? Okay. Alright, we can't summon... Ooh. Deathbird, you are incredibly weak, I have to say. Alright. Enemy felled. Sure, I'll take it. The Sacrificial Axe. Okay. Some tarnished golden sunflowers. Very random boss in the middle of nowhere. Sacrificial Axe. Hatchet used in ancient sacrificial rite. A deathbird is depicted as a malevolent deity. The power of the rite yet lingers. A small amount of SP is restored upon slaying a foe. Okay. Got my attention. Swing armament with Wild Abandon. Okay. Maybe swap that out for something else, but... You know, I think that's a good candidate. If we can actually equip it, now think about it. For a side weapon. Dang. 16 strength requirement. Alright. Back to the torch for now it is. I was just thinking earlier though, like I said, I was kind of like, I wonder, oh yeah, we've already seen this one before. It's like, I wonder if we would get a skill for like, you know, FP back on critical hit. But just FP back on enemy kill with the weapon? I am okay with that compromise. Alright, grab some of these sunflowers. Just cuz. Really no reason. We barely craft, but still. Better to be prepared just in case. Alright, that is... death. Although we got a shore down here that we didn't investigate. Wouldn't hurt to check for any oceanside cave again. And heck, who knows? Maybe we'll run into another random, like, boss out in the wild. Alright, but not seeing any caves so far. You know, sure, we do need a flask recharge. There we go. Oh, and it, like, fully recharged. Nice. I was wondering if it'd just be one or, like, multiple. And it isn't necessarily all, but it was enough to get us back up to max. Really, at this point, it's FP that we're lower on than not. Okay, scavenging dogs. Golden Ruin, why not? Okay, not seeing any secrets down here, although this random chunk of rock looks a bit strange. Okay, the dogs actually didn't follow us, so all's well that ends well. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. There we go. Just to see if there's any sort of, like, secret entrance into the castle. I don't think there is, because we would have probably discovered it from the other side, but always good to check. Oh. I mean, cemetery with a sword over here. And I see angry jellyfish. The siege of Castle Morne, a lone hero fights for his vengeance, only to fall at the hand of Lord Godfrey. Okay. I'm assuming that's some lore that I don't have the full context for. I mean, obviously, Godfrey sieged the castle. A lone hero was defending it. The big thing is, I gotta make sure that I'm not mixing up my Godfreys and Godric's. Godric was the Lord of Limgrave. Godfrey is someone I don't think we know yet, but we might. Alright, jellyfish, what are you doing over there? Why are you all being very sus? Okay, they're all crowded around something. Oh, two somethings. Already a leaf, somber smithing stone. No need to kill the jellyfish. By and large, they're pretty chill. Okay. Let's not aggro the zombies again. Alright. Well, let's start actually heading into the western side of the isle. Back to south of Lookout Tower. How are we doing on time for today? We're still comfortable. Alright. We're going to try and head over here. I say, without actually looking to see if that's the direction. Alright. When I said over here, I meant up there. As now we have dogs behind us, but that is fine. Okay. A bridge. There we go. Huh, rainbow stone, okay. Nothing major. And if I recall my map correctly, this is a ravine with that suspicious thing over here. Though how would we get... Okay, it looks like we go kind of south, up around that way? Quickly double checking over here for... Okay, we do have a wind tornado hit thing there. There's the minor retreat we still need to get to. I've actually totally forgotten that my specially made elixir, was that elixir of wondrous physique? I believe I put the health back in there, so there is an emergency heal if we need it. You know, I probably should have just rested, but I did not, so whatever. Oh, this connects back down here. Alright, in that case, I should basically rest over here. I did not realize that there was such a gradual slope between, the areas. And that there was that tornado right there that we could have taken to get to the tower way easier. Whatever. So now there should be, if this map is correct, should be a connecting point here to get atop that plateau. So, dun 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 dun. Run, run, run. Okay, rune fragment. Okay, yep, we're slowly, gradually going up. Although keeping an eye on the tower over here as well for an additional treasure. Yes, I mean, this here kind of screams secret. I guess not, though. Okay. I guess less secret, more basically way to get down to that area if you wanted to kind of like change your mind on where you want to go. Okay, we got bats, more fortifications. Ah, that's just a mushroom. The glow from a distance, I thought maybe some runes or whatnot, but alas, no. Okay, good. Bats didn't aggro. Okay. Should just be through these woods here. Nope. Ah, dang it. There we go. Too many possible inputs. The Eye of Yilo. What do we have here? Rats and creepy dude. Okay. Grown in lands afflicted by frenzy. A shrub fruit bursting with ripened pulp. Material used for crafting items. Grown in lands affected by frenzy. It's used for its pain-relieving properties, though it's also known to be a dangerous intoxicant. Sneaky, sneaky. Yellow amber. Found lands that are frenzied. An ember taken from the eye socket of a corpse, which are used for crafting items, a sign that the deceased suffered from the flames of frenzy. This grape has ripened and burst. Okay. I wonder if that goopy eyeball that we got from that one guy that's like, give this grape to the blind lady, I wonder if it would cause her to be frenzied. Okay, rat-infested church. I assume these guys aren't really too tough, so I don't really need to be stabbing them, but alright, ailing village. Okay, glass shard, glass shard. Whoa. Alright, I thought Frenzy was more like Berserk and not lasers. Okay. Trying to get a better look at their face here. Okay, no, those are beards, not like eye tendrils growing out of their skull socket. Okay, more Eye of Yellow. Yeah, so this entire village is plagued. Flamecrest wooden shield. A tall, medium-sized wooden shield, light for its size and easy to handle, carried by soldiers of the village that is afflicted by frenzy. The yellow flame is a symbol of the affliction, serving as a warning to those who might approach the village. Curiouser and curiouser. And that we already have, like, poisonous blight. We have the scarlet rot, but this seems to be a third type of, plaguey affliction. Okay, Rune Arc, not bad. Oh, and we got some grace up here. I figure I might as well tap this in case it ends up being a boss inside that church, like Giant Rat or Ratman. Okay, so it's filled with rats, and we have fought in, like, half-frenzied beastmen. Well, traditional frenzy, not this disease affliction frenzied. Okay, gold-tinged excrement. More Eye of Yellow. Can't seem to get into these houses, though. And it's like all barricaded up. Though, in the event that it's not, that's why we're doing a quick run around here. Okay. More gold-tinged excrement. Alright. Colo Baptismal Church. Oh, and so this type of thing is actually different. Okay. At least it's not a boss so far. Okay, nothing unique, but I assume whatever's at the Flames of Frenzy. I'm intrigued. Amidst bursts of yellow flame of frenzy from eyes. 16 faith. Okay. Incantation originating from the maddening 3 fingers. Okay. Causes a yellow flame of frenzy to burst forth in the caster's eyes. Charging increases the range of the burst. The flames of frenzy deal damage and cause buildup of madness. This incantation also causes buildup of madness in the caster, and is only effective against tarnished. So it's only good against fellow tarnished? Oh yeah, and Sacred Tear, if I recall correctly, that increases our, Sacred Flask potency. Interesting, though. I wish to learn more about this. I always love random cosmic forces in games like this. That's where I really enjoyed the, was it like the Abyss or whatever in Dark Souls 3? It's kind of a nice, like, take, or not the Abyss. Because the Abyss is the regular one. The Deep? I think it was the Deep, yeah, because basically one of the Cinder Lords, this whole thing, was that, like, weird element, so he had a few spells from that school. But okay. So that's this place taking a look at. Yeah, I feel like next up we should try to go down there. Okay, good. Golden Ruin. Alright, come on. Pick that up. Although... Okay. Alright, that guy's respawned, so we have rested since that time. As I was thinking, if they hadn't respawned yet, then we might be in the clear. I'm going to try and aim for the wind. We'll see if I succeed. There we go. Whew. That felt a bit risky, but thankfully... Oh, here we go. Though, is this where I was? I guess it... Yeah, I mean, my blue dot's over here. The Morne Tunnel. When I hear jingle jangling. Oh, alright, secret path. But yep, first. Poke this. Lost grace discovered. Do a quick rest to get our flask back here. Oh, yep, and we can upgrade the increase amount replenished by flask. Boom, boom. Increase the amount of HP, FP replenished by our flask. Kill. Alright, I don't think we have enough. Yeah, we're probably just under half to level up right now. There we go. Oh, smithing stone 1. Okay. That's fine. It's a bit unimpressive, I gotta say, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. Though in hindsight, hold on. Oopsie, that is not what I meant to do. I meant to use the lever, and actually we should probably turn on our lantern. Get Oleg at the ready. I'm not hearing the jingle jingle down here. Yeah, it's like coming from this wall? Oh, okay. Wait. This is gonna drive me insane here. Okay, maybe it's like an exit, or maybe it's like near the end of the dungeon, which like somehow loops back around. Or it could even be above ground. And I do not see any secret down there, so at the very least, let's recall the elevator. Okay, full-on mining spot. We'll take this path first. Oh, I can't grab that from the thing. Actually, okay. I think it'll be easier to shimmy across here. Alright. I did not expect. What is your plan, mister? Okay. We didn't alert that guy. And back around. Okay, good. Just classic MMO memories of that one guy having fallen and imagining him coming back with like half the dungeon of enemies. Go. Alright, more smithing stone. Which I guess smithing stone 1 is fine, because we do need to upgrade that one spear in place of the pike, since it has longer range. Alright. What do I have down here? Okay, at the very least we can take this guy. Try to loop them back over here. Yep, saw that coming to stun lock. I should have just came in guns a-blazing. Which, we'll probably try that here. Alright. Morne Tunnel. Why does the name Morne ring a bell? Alright, turn on the lantern. Get Oleg at the ready. I should just run. Ouch. Okay. I do feel I should try to get one crit hit in here, so that way we can replenish our health. Okay, Old Fang. Grab this treasure here, Gold Rune 2. Seemingly a pretty low level dungeon, I have to say. Despite the fact that I died. Alright, gotta get some health back here, so we don't have to use a flask. Trying to stay out of their line of sight here. Sneaky, sneaky. Stabby, stabby. Alright, one more crit hit, and then we should be able to, What are these? They're like traditional mining slave dudes. Come on, me backstab. There we go. Stanching boluses. Okay, alleviates impending blood loss. Well, there was no ore in the walls here, right? Just double checking. Okay, we got a passage down this way. I believe that was a dead end up here. I know there's that fall down area where we came from. Alright, run. I was trying to make sure I could actually remember how to perform that. Ouch. Yep, there comes the stabbing. Ugh. Alright. That definitely calls for a drink. grounded here. Oh, dang it. Phew. Okay, that should be the entire group that was gathered over there, right? Okay, good. All the rest are folk that have their heads down, just mining. More smith and stone. Hang it. There we go. Okay. Extra shiny. Arteria leaf. I am somewhat... Oh, explosive stone. Somewhat intrigued why the game treats Arteria leaf like it's, like, really good stuff. Because, I mean, it really was just, like, blood stuff, right? Oh, exceedingly rare to find. Okay. What do we have that even uses it, though? Temporarily boosts physical attack. And not seeing too much else. That definitely gives boss store vibes. Since the previous one of those that we opened up was a boss, so yeah, so let's first look around over here first. First, blah blah blah. Okay, just want to make sure that we pillage what we can. I guess I didn't see a statue around there though, but no guarantee that there'd be a stake of Marika that way anyway. Okay, soft cotton. I mean, I assume it's soft cotton. Temporarily reduces fall damage and sound... fall damage, sound, and sound of footsteps. Aw. A soft but sturdy cotton formed from splitting open row fruit in a particular manner, craftable item. Attaching this cotton to the bottom of one's feet allows for a temporary reduction in fall damage and sound. It also reduces the sound of one's footsteps. If you must court danger, at the very least, tread lightly. Okay, not too bad. Alright, so if I'm going to assume that this is the main path to go on here, let us turn back and check out the other path this way. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Didn't notice you, sir. They really do just kind of blend in with the environment. Okay, Golden Ruin. Pickaxe, not bad. Not a mimic. Exalted Flesh. There we go. Get that health. Okay. I was kind of thinking it would drop like some sort of sorcery stone related goodie, but it did not. Okay, there we go. Large glintstone scrap. That's what I kind of expect the other guy to drop. Which that was just... yeah, break gem and use FP to produce many magic bolts. Okay, now let's go check out this boss, who I can only assume is going to be another giant troll. Maybe two of them. I'm also eyeing my FP in terms of, like... should probably have a summon at the ready. That is, having the FP to even summon somebody. And I don't see any stake of Marika around here, so... alright, we are going to... top off. There's our summon symbol. one misbegotten? Alright. Rusted Anchor. Huh. That's a pretty cool looking weapon. Definitely unique. That said, we never actually did get redirected to where I heard the jingling. Turn to entrance. I'm kind of hoping it's like you can like throw it, but I could see the anchor just being a club. I hear you shimmering. Really does sound like it's coming from down there, but it can't be, though. Well, actually, though, we should go down there anyway, though, to at least use the gray spot. Also, double checking the time. Yeah, we are technically at time for today. So, obviously, first Grace. Keeping an eye out for the source of that sound. Source of my madness. We have enough to level up? I doubt it. Yeah, we're close though. Alright, we're gonna go a tiny bit more. I mean, hardly surprising. It's like, we're at time, but kind of, you know, the aimed for time, not the time we end up usually being. Okay. Put some light in here. I am a bit curious. If I were to leave here, get on Torrent. Aha, okay, so there is a little, like, plateau up above here. Okay. What we'll do... We're gonna go back to the Ailing Village outskirts, go south, and we're gonna try and get where that shimmer is. Aye, sir, watch it just be a flask replenish. But okay. If we just run along here... Because I figure basically, it looked like it had a bit of a grave step downward. Ooh. Oh wait, no, this is not. In my head, I thought it was a merchant. And there's the regular one we fought. Or fought. Fought gives that too much credit. That we stabbed in the back. There's the source of my madness. Lightning strike. I am intrigued. Sorry, Torrent. Now that said, we've seen a place like this before up on the Stormy Hill. So I wonder if there was lightning magic that we missed there. I'm gonna grab this Fogger Bloom. Definitely rest. Yeah, what is up with the special lightning? There! Okay. Thought I heard a bat. Okay, let's not get hit by the lightning. And okay, so if I go down here... Yeah, fair, fair. It didn't look like it was lethal, what can I say? Alright. We need those ruins back because that is like a level up worth of ruins. And I'm going to assume that they did not put the ruins down where we ended up jumping towards, so we can't just take the mining warp point. It is funny how this entire southern peninsula feels very much just like mini Limgrave. I mean, it comes after Limgrave, but yeah, like it definitely feels more insular. Alright. Grab these. Ouch. To get de-aggroed. Yeah, it really didn't look... I mean, like, I guess from this angle, it is quite the drop. Okay, you bat. Come on, get over here. I can't seem to leave this area until you're felled. You two other bat. There we go. Alright, Morne tunnel. And then we can actually look at the description, and I think we might... Probably not. We're probably like 100 short from leveling up, right? Yeah, 400 short. Okay. Call the elevator back. And then, let's see here. Lightning Strike. One of the incantations of the capital's ancient dragon cult. Summon a ball of lightning that scatters and spreads throughout the surrounding area. This incantation can be cast repeatedly. Ancestors of the modern dragons, the ancient dragons had scales of gravel stone and wielded lightning as their weapon. It is said that they once attacked Leyndell, the royal capital. Okay. 28 faith. Oh boy, okay. Not using that anytime soon. Yellow flower that grows in lightning-struck lands, which are used for crafting items imbued with the traces of lightning's essence. Definitely brings back memories of Gwen using lightning against the dragons in Dark Souls lore. But the big thing I wonder about, though, is that, like, I can't remember if the reason lightning worked against dragons was because it pierced their scales, or if it was, like, if it originated from them, and thus that's why it pierced the scales. Alright, real quick. I'm going to hop over here. I want to see if there's grace on this side that we can kind of get back to easily. The heck are you guy? Are these Erd Tree Watcher dudes? Yep, they are. I recall that move. The ones that we fought were the ones that popped out of the sand in Khalid, that's the name of it. I was like, Kareem? I'm like, nope, that's in Diablo. Okay, come on, grace. We just need some grace for the west side of the island. Although that church building definitely intrigues. But the minor Erdtree is this way, though. I guess so, if they're gonna have grace somewhere, it's probably gonna be at a church. Okay. They've been regular dudes. Okay, yep, we got grace. And a ghost who says nothing. The mausoleum prowls, cradling the soulless demigod. Oh, Marika, Queen Eternal, he is your unwanted child. Okay. Church of Pilgrimage. Gonna grab that item first, and then see if our maiden doesn't want to talk. Oh, another sacred tear. Gladly take that. Okay, right. Oh, and we got Talk to Melania. Alright, nice. Okay. Our stuff goes more, and alright. maiden. It's been a long time. What do you got to say?
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Yes, please. I'm interested.
In Marika's own words, then, after thy death, I will give back what I once claimed, return to the lands between, wage war, and brandish the Elden Ring, grow strong in the face of death. Warriors of my lord, Lord Godfrey.
Oh yeah, it was Godfrey the Golden Blooded demigod that gave birth to what eventually became the Tarnished. I'd have to double check. But okay.
Shall I turn your runes to strength?
Yes, please.
Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me.
Pooh, not enough. I'm just kind of curious if we can get her to do any more speaking. Nope, alright. It's not acting like it's her altering our garments. Alright, I guess that's it. Goodbye, ghosty maiden of ours. Damn, and no more talking ability. I want to say that means she must only appear in churches that have grace. Because we already found basically one church that didn't. And, you know, that was the plagued one, and she didn't show up for talking there. So, ooh. Would this not be the painting? Maybe. Where is this island, though, that would be between the waterfall and the painter spot? Because I don't see, actually, a, okay, so it's probably, yeah, down here. So that's probably the island that's that way. Yeah, okay. I real quick do want to level up, though. I doubt you guys will give me what I need, but... Rune Fragment, Herba, Row of Fruit. Okay. I need 893. Okay. Let's run towards... Ooh, actually, hold on. Like, it did just give me the Golden Ruins. Like, we could open up Golden Ruins. Feels like a bit of a waste, though, because I like to hoard those until, like, a merchant that seems limited comes along. Okay, I guess in the meantime what we can do is we can run along the coast here. Boop. 70, 70, 70. Oh. It's like, in my head, like, those golden runes right there, that's that ticket. We can just totally level up now and call it them. And never jail. There we go. We can also basically level up with all that. Although, I just real quick want to also double check for the painter spot around here. Yeah, where's the other wolf? Oh, could have sworn there was another one. Oh, there he is. Now, that said, that doesn't appear to be the island that we'd be looking for in the picture. Because this one's basically... Oh no, it's just the waterfall. Okay, yeah, we're looking for the castle past the waterfall. Okay. It's alright. So no Everjail for right now, although I'm extremely tempted. Though I have to wait. Oh, ruins. I want to go in. But no, I gotta focus. All that will be for next time. We should try and find basically the painter thing as we run backwards. We'll level up. In my head, I'm like, go back towards the round table hold to upgrade some stuff. Because we got all the smithing stones now from the mines. So at the very least we can get the spear to be +3, similar to the halberd. We don't really get a lot of the second ones though for getting things higher. Blood grease and didn't expect skeletons around here. Oh. Oh no, that's trying to target like a sheep or something. Huh. What do we have? Oh, gilded iron shield. That said, that sounds pretty heavy. No, only 3. But not 100% negation, though. Small metal round shield. Heavier than a wooden shield, but boasts higher damage negation. Though the gold leaf is peeling and the effect is slight, it still boosts holy damage negation. Okay. Maybe good if we fight something that like shoots like holy beam lights. Up there we go. Here's the painter. Warhawk ashes. Kind of cool. Ashes remain in which spirits yet dwell. Use to summon the spirit of a warhawk. Spirit of Stormvale Warhawk, the talons of which have been sliced off so razor-fine swords could be grafted in their place. Oh, I thought they were carrying blades, didn't realize it was like grafted off. With its lord vanquished and its wings wounded, the hawk perished as it solemnly gazed at its former home. The storm is a warhawk's cradle. Okay. Ooh, also, I forgot we didn't look at this. A rusty anchor wielded as a weapon. Each of its 4 flukes is thick and sharp, enabling piercing attacks. When the Tarnished left the lands between with their lord, one boat alone was said to have been left behind. Barbaric roar. Yeah, 12.5. Ooh. And an axe. Interesting. And 10 for the pickaxe. Large pickaxe designed to crack thick bedrock, tool of sturdy miners. Not originally designed as a weapon, but very adept at piercing armor. Little wretches, do you think your armor harder than stone? Okay. I think that's all the things that we recently got. Okay. Let's finally now actually level up here. I guess if we're at the level up, actually, we don't have any runes to go back to the round table hold to upgrade anything with, so we'll hold off on that then. Alright, level up. Probably endurance. Be able to wield heavier things. Okay, go. Yeah, we got like 712 left. Not a whole lot. So, yeah, we can probably go ahead and call it here. Not too bad. We've cleared out a good chunk of things on the island. Obviously, we still have quite a few more things left as well. We came across 2 just down south, the Everjail and that small little, I'm going to assume, room, but that room sometimes has a boss in it. Heck, maybe it's a dungeon, who knows. And there's the Erd Tree still, the minor Erd Tree. So, yeah, probably half of next time we'll be finishing up the Weeping Peninsula. Theoretically. Like, wrapping up as far as we know. And then there are a few things we still need to do back in Limgrave, like talk to the NPCs that were basically involved with Godric. So, that one braggart man that we helped save and get his castle back from the Blood Knight. One of the previous comments mentioned revisiting Merchant Khalid, or whatever his name was. So yeah, we'll probably do that as well next time. So, that and more, then. So, until then, later.